All right, we are live. What is going on, people? And welcome to the live stream. In today's episode of Delinz Reacts, we are going to react to a alleged scammer out of Maryland, where our guest, Jay the Professor, is from. And so I thought it would be appropriate to bring him on this live to discuss this, because this is more of his home neighborhood than mine. So any initial thoughts on this police officer who allegedly was basically stealing cars from Sixt rental cars? I was about to say Enterprise, but it's Sixt rental cars. So she sold up to 30 vehicles over a couple years, and she got caught with text messages, Bluetooth syncs, and lending one to her boyfriend / baby daddy. So just straight tripe out here, just running a scam as a new officer. So any initial thoughts before we get into the video?
Well, with this being a woman from the DMV, some of this doesn't surprise me. So I look forward to providing my input on this particular topic.
Yeah, let's get it cracking. We're not going to hold y'all. We're just going to get it started.
Yeah.
And so I got this video from Nate the lawyer. He kind of broke it down a little bit, and I have my own opinion based on what he did. But let's just hear what he's put together, and then we can react to it.
Last March, the Prince George's County Police Department posted this photo on social media celebrating newly sworn-in police officer Sierra Alston's graduation from the police academy. It was part of honoring Women's History Month.
A few moments later,
a Prince George's County rookie officer facing criminal charges.
A rookie cop celebrated by the department last spring in a social media post during Women's History Month was arrested last week after being charged by Washington Metropolitan Airport Authority police with unauthorized use of 3 BMWs stolen from the Sixt rental car company at Reagan National Airport. Now, we know from court documents that her charges stem from an investigation into 30 cars stolen from the company's lot.
Now, this DEI story is crazy.
So I was right. When he said 3, I was like, wait a minute, I thought I heard 30, but yes. So it was 3 that she's charged for, but she's alleged up to 30 cars. And so most likely she did all 30. So let's keep going. It's from Nate the lawyer.
So today we are in Prince George County, Maryland, home to about 1 million residents. Now, Prince George wanted to expand the police department and hired 300 new officers. So they took out an ad campaign to see if they can get more people to apply.
Happening now in Maryland, there's a major recruiting effort underway within the Prince George's County Police Department. They're hoping to hire 300 new officers to protect and serve the community. Residents say they are glad the police are hiring more officers because of their concerns about crime. Well, the captain of the recruiting division says salaries for experienced officers start at $74,000 and entry-level officers will get $63,000.
Now,
That's not bad. So explain to us a little bit, Jay, the demographics of Prince George County in general.
Yeah, so Prince George County is actually the richest Black county in the United States. So I would say median income around $98K.
Okay.
And with Prince George County being next to the nation's capital, a lot of people have government jobs and they do very well for themselves. And then, of course, you have you have your hoods, but for the most part, PG County is very known for its Black excellence. They border Washington, D.C., as well as my county where I'm from, Montgomery County, which us and Prince George County, we pretty much are the same, except they have more Black people than we do.
Got it. So they decided they need to hire 300 officers to, combat crime. And of course, with those hires, we had to have some DEI hires in here. So let's continue.
That in the background, they hired Sierra Alston. Now, Sierra was assigned to the Bureau of Patrol, and in March 2024, The department highlighted her graduation from the police academy with a social media post celebrating Women's History Month.
Last March, the Prince George's County Police Department posted this photo on social media celebrating newly sworn-in police officer Sierra Alston's graduation from the police academy. It was part of honoring Women's History Month.
Now, this is where things start getting a little crazy. See, the rental car company Sixt has just discovered that 30 of their rental cars are missing from Reagan National Airport.
So, wait, you got 30 cars, and notice that she couldn't just get an Altima or Maxima or, just a regular car. She got BMWs, because rental car places they have typically regular cars, but she got the top of the line cars, and she was scamming to get those cars. You want to say something?
Yeah, it's interesting because all the times I've rented cars, I've never had access to those level type cars. Usually I'll get like a little Toyota Corolla, typical rental car types, but that level,
yeah.
I wonder how she got access to that.
Well, you can, if you are a member, like for example, I'm a Hertz member, so I have.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, so I have an option to get, I can get, I think BMWs. I know I can get Teslas. I know I can get like sports cars, and I believe Mercedes is one of those luxury car brands that maybe Audi. I forgot what it is, but they have sometimes special cars in different locations. So like if you go into Atlanta or LA or larger cities, you can get high class cars. But for me, I'm trying to go to A to B, so the top I'm going to get is going to be like a Tesla. I'm not going to that top tiers, unless I have a far trip, like I'll get like a Suburban.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Atlanta, I had a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the thing that with this waste Atlanta set up. I'm trying to get something that don't burn all that gas.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get back to this scam over here.
It's like insane stuff.
Back up a second here. 30 cars stolen from the airport parking lot for one rental company.
Yeah, Jim, that one got our attention too. That was in the affidavit. We asked a lot of questions to Sixt about this. Long and short, the affidavit says that corporate got word about 30 missing vehicles. They sent a team of investigators almost immediately to corporate of how this could possibly happen. Their only response was that they were cooperating with police on this investigation. Jim?
I get panicked when I lose my car in a parking lot myself. I can't imagine losing 30, but that's another story for another day. David, thank you.
So
how on earth, okay, as a business, how on earth do you lose 30 cars? I need somebody to explain this, because I don't understand. As a business, you don't know 30 cars are out of your fleet. So you're going through layers. You got the manager, you got the general manager, and then you got corporate. You got 3 layers of people that cannot figure out not 1, not 2, not 3, not 10, not 20, but 30 cars are missing. Like, how does that even happen?
And to me, I'm thinking of it like, who watches these cars and what's the negligence? Like, are people keeping track of who's what? I'm pretty sure she's using different names. I mean, how are they managed? How are they?
Oh, there's more. I'm glad you asked.
Police went to work. First, they
Imagine losing 30, but that's another story for another day. David, thank you.
So the police went to work. First, they looked at the high-end vehicles. They're a little easier to find because they all have GPS in them. So when they tracked down the first 2 BMWs, they find Sierra Alston's police uniform in one and her Bluetooth connected to another.
That rental car company is called Sixt. Earlier this year, they discovered around 30 cars were stolen from their...
Wait,
You
I'm sorry,
big
Derek.
dummy.
I'm sorry, Dave. Hold on. If you're gonna run a game, why would you leave evidence in a what? What? I'm sorry. Go ahead, because this is dumb to me. This is idiotic for you to just leave track.
Dummy. How do you leave? You leave your police uniform in a stolen car, and then she just got to have her music, so she gonna program her Bluetooth and put it in there. So because I ran one of my cars out on Turo, every person that attaches their phone to my car, when they return my car, I have their data is still in there because they never think to even clear it out before they return it.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you the level of ineptitude. If you're gonna be a thief, at least be a good one. Like, she is low level and supposedly a police officer. So not only can she not commit crimes, she probably can't solve them either. But I digress. Let's continue.
Reagan location. Corporate sent a team to track them down and almost immediately found a stolen BMW outside an address connected with Alston in Southeast DC. A Prince George's County police jacket was found inside that car, as well as documents that connected Alston, according to police.
Now, the police department asked Austin, hey, there was a stolen BMW found in front of your house with your police jacket inside it. Can you explain it? This was Austin's excuse.
It's also alleged when confronted by an investigator last spring, she claimed she had taken an Uber and lost her jacket. When told that car was in front of her house, it's alleged she claimed
she's pregnant too.
First of all, I'm about to say let's address the elephant in the room. So we got a scammer DI baby mama, because you know she ain't married.
Oh, we know that.
You cannot make this
stuff up.
You
Literally,
man. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. So it wasn't good enough for her to get a job starting at $64,000. I understand in DC area, $64,000 might as well be $32,000.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
I understand, but it's still not $15 an hour.
Right. That's true.
That's true. Jeffrey Jordan says she's a gangbanger. Yeah, Jeff, you probably right. Who knows? But I just wanted to point that out because I didn't want to miss this. Like, we got a whole pregnant woman out here scamming, stealing BMW. She can't just steal an Altima or a Corolla. Yeah. You got to steal BMWs.
She didn't live there.
Now, you would think that would be enough, but police found a whole bunch more. Check it out.
After further investigation, 2 other BMWs stolen from the lot were quickly located. In all, 2 of the BMWs had evidence that the radio had been connected to Alston's phone. The third BMW is the same car driven by Alston to take her boyfriend to the hospital after he was stabbed in March, according to...
I'm done. Derek.
You cannot make it up. You can't make this up.
We know what kind of dude got her pregnant. We know.
We already know. Passenger Prince. You already know he in the passenger side rolling them up. You know, he wearing J's. He might be like a part-time something. You know he ain't doing nothing. She's the one with the cash. And I can assure you he ain't paying no bills.
Oh, he ain't doing nothing. He chilling. He's living like a princess.
Yeah, because one of the cars, I guarantee you, he was driving.
Oh, yeah. Now, we know who's the influence behind all this, too.
Who?
We know the influence. We know when you're dealing with a dude like that. We know what kind of dude he is based off that. Man, we know, man.
So Jeff's like, are you sure you guys are not doing a movie review? You would think, you think this is a movie. I mean, you would think so, but it's actually a real story out here in Maryland. It's a real thing. Like, you would think this is a Hollywood script, but no, sir. This is a real thing. And when I saw this, I was like, man, this cannot be real. I have got to react to this because this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. I'm sure this is not the first time in life it's ever happened, but I've never seen it.
To the affidavit.
Now, she was so reckless with it, she was even caught on police body cam footage driving a third BMW.
And she was seen with the third BMW in D.C. police body cam footage.
As for that car, further investigation into that vehicle revealed that it was abandoned on April 9th in the area of Millingen Lane and Spring Accrue Road, Clinton, Prince George's County, Maryland, after the victim spoke with Officer Alston on her cell phone, the victim referring to the rental car company in this case.
So after all the nonsense, the evasive questions, police just charged her. They had enough to charge her.
Now to a story that we've been following closely. A Prince George's County rookie officer facing criminal charges. That officer appeared before a judge today. Sierra Alston faces 3 counts of unauthorized use of a vehicle.
Ms. Alston, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yes, get those cameras on my face. You know I could cash you.
Did you steal?
Wait, well, let's hear that again. I didn't catch that. She was talking too fast. Let's hear that one more time.
Alston, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yes, get those cameras on my face. You know I could cash you.
She sounds like somebody from where I'm from.
Get those camera on my face and what? I needed captions for that. I didn't understand nothing she said after get those cameras out of my face. Sound like said, I'm gonna get some cashews. I don't know what she said, but maybe you can translate that as a person from Maryland, because I really didn't understand what she said.
Hey, I think she was. I'm not sure what she was trying to say, but buddy, I knew what she was gonna sound like. This is.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
And the level of that shows that they really don't want them. They don't want to be touched. Like they're untouchable.
Oh, absolutely not. When you getting charged for 3 counts, only 3 counts, because I mean she is good and pregnant with her homegirl who is co-signing this nonsense.
Oh, of course.
And this is the whole problem. When people are out of order, you always got that one that's just co-signing, and so you.
Ms. Alston, is there anything that you would like to say?
Yes, get those cameras on my face. You know I could cash you.
Did you steal these cars?
Did you?
Prince George's County police officer Sierra Alston leaving the Arlington County District Court today after a brief appearance for her arraignment. Well, yesterday, the department revealed Alston was arrested last week and is facing felony charges for unauthorized use of 3 rental cars stolen from Reagan National Airport. 7 News obtaining the criminal complaint filed in Arlington, Virginia. It's now alleged that just after that graduation picture was posted, the Sixt rental car company recovered 3 2024 BMWs taken from their lot between February and April. An airport authority police officer claiming that in one car they found a female PGPD jacket. In another, Alston's Instagram account was linked to the entertainment system, and that Alston was recorded driving the 3rd car during an interaction with a D.C. police officer. They also allege Alston's cell phone pinged near the airport on 3 occasions during the period when the cars were taken. The last time, just 5 days after her police graduation.
So let me get this straight. You finished the whole police academy and graduated, and then you want to start stealing. Well, you get caught stealing, because I can assure you this ain't the first time she stole something.
She probably did it for her boyfriend.
Oh, she absolutely did it for her boyfriend. You think
anything for her man? Anything for
you think that he was? Do you think he bought a BMW? Do you think he actually purchased one?
Not with his name.
I mean, you cannot make this. What's his name? Shantavius? I mean, you cannot make this up. And I know, and again, we always talk about it's never all, but there is a whole large community of women that love these types of guys that are not up to standard, that take care of them. And then out the other side of their mouth, they want 6 feet, 6 packs, and 6 figures.
Take me as I am.
But then after she gets out of all this, she want an upstanding citizen. After she has the kids, not before.
Oh, Lord,
you can't make this up. Can't make this up. We got a little bit more.
So now, generally, at this point in the video, I'd be like, share, subscribe, do like great YouTube stuff. But then with this story, something strange has happened. See, the evidence in this case was pretty strong. Her ID and personal belongings with a police jacket were found in the car. The car was found in front of her house. She was seen on police body cam driving the car. She drove her boyfriend to the hospital in that car. Like, she was definitely using that vehicle. But for some reason, they dropped the charges against her in this particular case. With that, here it is. Car theft related charges against a former Prince George's County police officer were dropped on Thursday in Arlington. And here they don't even really go into why. They just kind of dropped them. Now, there are many reasons why prosecutors drop charges. For instance, the evidence may not have been as strong as they thought it was. And you could also have the situation where the witness isn't cooperating. Sixt could be embarrassed. They did just lose 30 cars in the most moronic way. Their system obviously has some flaw. Or she could be a cooperating witness to a larger scheme. There aren't 30 cars missing, for instance. But I want to make it clear, that's all speculation. As of right now, March 14th, 2025 at 2:29 p.m., she is innocent of all charges because she's not going to be found guilty in a court of law, and these charges have been dismissed. But
So hold on, we're not done.
Oh, please, I'm happy because I don't like this at all.
We're not done. I mean, you can't. Number one, you can't make it up. This is just insane. The fact that this woman basically has gotten away with, stealing cars, and it's no problem. So let's take a look over here. So we got, of course, the case was dropped. Car theft related charges against a former PG County was dropped Thursday in Arlington court's document review. And it revealed that this case is part of a broader investigation into the theft of 30 cars from a rental company, car lot. And she's only linked to 3 out of 30, which, like I said, I believe it's probably more. And I believe she's probably in a ring because it's most likely an inside job that she was able to get a hookup from somebody. And it's probably a friend group of several people stealing 30 cars. And they probably got 3 to 5 cars a piece. And I'm willing to bet you that boyfriend is involved in it as well.
Oh, he is. We know he is. We know he is. He ain't putting his name on nothing.
Yeah. And then when she was informed that one of the stolen cars was parked in front of her house, she said she wasn't living there. So following the arrest, she was suspended without pay. And then she wasn't even a whole year.
Wow. Dude.
Now, so that is one of the larger problems. One is we obviously got these police officers not being accountable, and number 2, we have degenerates becoming the law. That's like 2 different problems. And it's like she has the same profile that we always talk about, these kind of bottom dwellers that love these dudes that are no good. And this is just a prime example of someone stealing and getting away with it. And she probably reassigned to another county. I don't know what she's doing now, but I bet you money she either still has her job or she's reassigned in a nearby community. Because she's not work. It's not like she's working at Chipotle.
Nah, she's probably gonna be a police officer in my county, where I'm from, since it's right next door.
Was it Montgomery County?
Montgomery County, yep, right next door. Oh, dude, this is so. Imagine if it was one of us, right? If it was a male. If
it was a male. That threw him under the jail.
He's done.
Already know. Yeah,
he's done. But they're untouchable, bro. You can't tell them nothing.
Oh, and while we're at it, I have one more video from the same county that we just covered.
Oh, snap.
I mean, we might as well just stay in the same spirit.
Maryland, Prince George's County police officer could lose his job following a video that surfaced showing him kissing a woman and then getting into the backseat of his cruiser with her. It was viewed more than 1 million times on social media. DC News Now's Tim Reed has reaction on the calls for him to step down.
Many are reacting to Officer Marlette potentially losing his job, including County Council Chair Jolene Ivey. We also spoke to some other residents here in Prince George's County who want Marlette to be held accountable.
Well, it's disturbing that anyone could get away with this, but as you see with social media, this is all coming to light. So it's definitely a good thing to be able for the public to see.
This is the video from last year that sparked outrage among many in Prince George's County. It shows Francesco Marlette kissing a woman before escorting her to the back seat of his police vehicle, then getting inside with her.
Where he's supposed to be
in broad daylight,
representing and protecting and serving the citizens of Prince George's County. And again, that's leaders are supposed to set the example. That was not an example.
The Office of Integrity, Compliance, and Police Accountability's Administrative Hearing Board rendered 2 termination orders for Corporal Marlette as part of the 28 counts against him. All recommended disciplinary charges are sent to the police department, but the actual termination would have to come from the police chief.
This was a real stain on all of Prince George's County, not just the police department, on our whole county. We can do a much better job. Most of our people are really working hard, doing the right thing. And when you have somebody like this, who has the public's trust, behave in a way that is definitely unprofessional.
On September,
I was thinking that too.
23, police launched an internal affairs investigation, and Marlette was suspended with pay, but his police powers were taken away. In 2016, Marlette was disciplined for allegations of child abuse and domestic violence, but those charges were unfounded after being investigated. We reached out to get a comment from County Police Chief Malik Aziz, but we have not heard back from the chief. In Prince George's County, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
So it's a mess up there in PG County law enforcement because another man that wasn't fired, no accountability. But again, quite look like us.
Dude, it's
he in the back. He went in there and clapped some cheeks in the back seat of the police vehicle, and it's on camera because somebody was standing back there watching the whole thing. Yet he gets away with it.
Typical liberal city businessman. I mean,
yeah. I mean, do you think that would have flew down here in Florida?
Nah, they shut that thing down quick. Not here.
Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not.
They would have
threw the book of his tail down in Florida. I mean, but if that was like you said in Maryland, New York, California, Illinois, something like that, where's the bird?
It's funny because the cities that we're from, those things happen. People get away with stuff all the time. That's why the city is so reckless.
Yeah,
that's why crime has increased significantly in the past 4 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, since COVID, things have just gotten completely off the rails, and it's like left has gone way left and right has gone way right. Everything has gone extreme on both sides.
It's crazy.
It's on extreme on both sides.
I was talking to somebody today, and it's crazy that the behaviors on both ends are extreme. There's no. It's like you can't even have a conversation of somebody from the opposite side or whatever side, because you're gonna get befriended. Like people won't be friends with you anymore. They're gonna cut you off, all because you have a specific viewpoint. Now, I mean, you're way older than me, so you would know. Like,
gee, thanks.
People weren't that extreme during the Clinton era, if I'm not mistaken.
They weren't that extreme 7 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Even
you ain't got to be that old.
Even when I remember with the McCain and Obama thing, it wasn't even that. People it was automatic. We knew he was gonna win, but it wasn't like.
What was it? You never saw on Facebook. If you vote for McCain, then I'm going to unfriend you, and you betrayed.
You didn't see that.
No,
You didn't
it was
see
just
that.
like, oh well.
You didn't see that because I
No.
remember. Yeah, I remember that election, and people didn't talk about that. People were just like, "Well, he's gonna win. Politics is politics. If he wins, black man, yes, sir." That was it. But no one was like, "Oh, if you vote for him, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm done."
Yeah, I think it went off the rails post Obama administration. That's when things really started going off the rails on this country, and yeah, that's when things really went off the rails.
I think, in my opinion, I think with the George Floyd situation and the way the media painted everything and the way they tapped into the audience's emotions in that period, which created it really heightened the political aspect, the political forecast of things.
I mean, if you look at history, I mean, police brutality ain't nothing new. They beat, we've all heard about Rodney King. They beat that man to death. And that was like in the 80s. And NWA had a whole movement about F the police, back in the day. They ain't like police brutality is not anything new. If you've ever watched the movie Mississippi Burning, that was going on in Mississippi in the 50s. So, I mean, it's not anything new. It's just now all of a sudden they figured out a way to monetize people's fears and behaviors. And then the politicians have jumped on the emotional stigma of one side or the other, and it's just gotten completely out of control. And so
out of control,
it's two sets of rules, as they say. It's two Americas. They said that a while ago, and it literally was about 4 Americas, but we'll just keep it simple.
Yeah. I saw an interview with this was a couple months ago prior to Donald Trump winning. This was from RFK, and he said that the left party isn't the same as what it used to be when I was younger. You know what I mean? And nowadays it's like you can't even speak if you're not on that. Like you can't even talk.
Yeah, well, I mean, nothing's like it was what it used to be. I mean, it was the time the gas was $2 a gallon.
That is true. That is a great point. That's a great point.
I mean, rent was $1,200, $1,500, $2,000, $1,500, $2,000 to live in a luxury apartment. So those days are gone. Like that's one thing that I always say is we have to stop living in the past and stop.
That's true.
The 90s are gone, the 2000s are gone, and so are the 2010s. They're all gone. Minimum wage was like $5 and $7, and so $15 an hour. Early 2000s, that was a decent salary. Now you can't even fill your gas tank up with $15 an hour. It'll take you for a half a day of work to fill your gas tank up. So times change, and what people have to do is adjust to the current times and not try to look back and reminisce. Oh, I remember when so and so. You have to adjust to current times.
That's the truth. Absolutely. Even with this whole me being a former college football player, with all the stuff that's going on with the NIL and all this stuff going on with college football, transfer portal, and it's kind of like Deion said, like you just adjust. You know what I'm saying?
You do like be smart like Nick Saban and say, you know what, I'm good, I'm out. And Coach K over in Duke, they're like, I'm good. I don't want to be bothered with this. This is not the way that you tap out.
Yep.
And the same thing with the dating market. I tell boys,
I know you.
It's the same the 90s, ain't the 2000s. You have to adjust. There's no, love is not like 90s R&B. It's not. You're not gonna get that 90s R&B and 2000s love anymore. Those days are gone.
No, that does not exist, my brother.
Nope. You have to adjust to the current market. We can hope and wish and pray, but it ain't gonna happen. You have to live in the present.
Yeah. And you've done a very good job of adjusting pretty well.
I mean, you have to. You adjust or you stay behind. Actually, you try to get ahead of the fold, whether that is in life, in love, in career, in finance, whatever that is. You want to stay ahead, not be reactive.
You got to be proactive.
Unless it's this channel, of course, you got to react if it's this channel.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Outside of this channel, I never react. I never react.
That was a good one right there.
Just have to throw that in there. But you have to adjust with the times.
Yeah, even with that Shannon Sharp situation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother live.
Yeah,
because that Shannon Sharp, and we're still waiting. I really want to do. I saw Stephen A. react to the Shannon Sharp thing earlier today. I haven't had enough time to do the research on it, but definitely next week we're going to talk about that because we got Shannon Sharp, of course, the guy that got Diddy and tried to get Jay-Z and Deshaun Watson. That lawyer is hunting those top black athletes and entertainers. And you saw Jay-Z got in front of it and that was thrown out. And most likely, based on what we've seen from Shannon Sharp, when he's released the names, the text messages, he's gotten all the way in front of it. So we're going to see if this $50 million thing go away. Because my thing always is, why is there not a criminal charge?
For false accusations. Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, if you claim he did this to you, why didn't you go to the police? Mm-hmm. Why is it not a criminal charge being filed? Why are you only going after money? Mm-hmm. That's my whole thing. Like, in my opinion, when you have those type of cases, I believe that you should, before you're allowed to file a civil suit, you should have to file a criminal lawsuit. And if you don't file, you shouldn't be able to do either. Yeah. Because if you're essaying a person, you should go to jail. And if it shouldn't be you give them some money and it goes away. No, they need to be tried in front of a jury of their peers and be taken to jail if they are guilty. Not if you found negligence or whatever, then we're just going to award you $20 million. Is that going to make the pain go away? Is that going to take them off the streets? No. But that just goes to show you, and that puts a bow on this entire story of our legal system. It's like pay to play and who you know.
I was just about to say that. See, anybody who understands the legality system, there's a difference between criminal charges and civil charges, right? Mm-hmm. And I had to learn that, right?
Oh, it's
it's two different things, right? So if people are smart and know the difference, they'll know this is BS. But the way this legal system works is kind of one of those, she knows who and he knows how to get them. And now it's just, you got to pull out another bag to defend yourself.
Yep.
Get yourself out of the situation.
Yeah. So and he's probably like, you know what? I'll pay my lawyers the $50 million. I would rather give the lawyers $60 million than give her $5.
Yeah,
he's probably as petty as I am when it comes to stuff like that, because that would be something I do. I'm like, you know what? I'll give you $60 million to not give her $1 just out of principle, and he's going to countersue her as well.
Oh, he has to. That's defamation of character.
Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be a charge. But like I said, we're gonna get some more information before we dive into that, because that's an entire mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So any final thoughts on this scammer from Maryland, from your county?
Yeah, so anybody that's from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, it's reckless right now. It's completely reckless. This doesn't necessarily surprise me. I'm just surprised of the fashion and how it happened and the boldness of the individual. You know what I'm saying? To leave all that evidence out, like, if they catch me, I don't even care. They're not going. I'm going to beat it regardless, and she beat it.
That's the crazy thing, because I do a lot of these arrest videos and things like that, and it's always depends on location. Like when they are in Ohio, for example, they usually walk. In Arkansas or Florida or Georgia,
they
get them charges, and when I follow up and look at what really happened, they're usually sentenced. Yeah. Or at least, they're held accountable. So even if it's shoplifting, they're going to throw some kind of book at them. But then, I did a reaction video to a shoplifter out in Orland, a suburb of Chicago. And needless to say, she got nothing. They arrested her, but then she was, it was like, oh well. Because it's Cook County.
I got a video I want to send you of a teacher, a recent attractive teacher that got caught typical doing something with a student. And
yeah, that might be in my my archive.
No, I know you know about it too.
Probably. Yeah. So yeah, well, that's a wrap. I just wanted to go through that one story tonight because I felt like I could not do this story without your perspective, because that is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. You go to a rent-a-car, so you have a job that's at least 60-something thousand and you can't get your own car. You decide, like, you know what? I'm gonna get my friend that's the hookup over at Sixt. And not only am I gonna get one car, I'm gonna get three cars at least. Why do you need three BMWs? What do you think? Why do you think she need them?
Well, we know her little boo-boos running a little.
Yeah, we know Deshaun got one by himself. we know Deshaun Jenkins got one. We know Deshaun Jenkins got one of his own.
Man.
But I want to know who else got one. Maybe the girl that was walking out holding her hand.
Well, she most definitely got that.
Yeah, so maybe those are the three that was. I mean, you cannot get crazier than leaving your Bluetooth connect information in there and leaving your police jacket in the back seat. You don't really give a darn.
She said, man, if they catch me, they catch me. I don't even care.
No, she didn't know. She didn't think she wasn't worried about getting caught because she like, I am the police. What did Denzel say in the end of Training Day? He said, he is the law. He said, I'm run ish here. He said he owns it. You know what I mean? So that's how some police think. They like, look, I am the law. So that means I'm above it. I do what I want. So yeah, that is tonight's show. I appreciate you, Jay the Professor. So make sure, if you don't already, follow Jay the Professor on Instagram. Also, make sure you subscribe to his channel. And as usual, we are going to do Tuesday Night Live, but starting next week, we are going to do Sunday night at 6, and we got a heck of a show for you on Sunday. We're going to switch topics quite a bit, so you definitely not going to miss that one. And make sure, if you have not already, like this video and subscribe to the channel, because I drop at least 2 videos a week, so you want to make sure you hit that notification bell. Any last thoughts or words or comments or concerns?
Well, fellas, please be proactive versus being reactive. That's all I gotta say.
And don't do crime, especially if you live in a conservative state, because they will throw you under the bus. If you live in a liberal state, you might be all right, but just don't do crime. And just like that, we are out.